Welcome back to Sutudu Tutorials. Today we're going to go over what the QC analysis means. So let's dive right in. Here we're on our dashboard. We can go over to Distribution, click My Films, and you can click on the icon for your film there. And we're going to go right back over to QC, which I've already run on this little tiny short film I made way back in college. We're going to click View. So we've got a score, we got a result, we got some other information here. What does it all mean? So the thing I want you to understand is that while passing is green and nice, it looks perfect, warning doesn't mean that it is errored out. It just means something is a little strange. You might want to go take a look at it. It doesn't mean you can't submit. So let's go through and look at these details. We've got the video minimum width and height. For the most part, we operate on 1920 by 1080. You can submit 4K, which would be 3840 by 2160. Now, if you did record in a format that is wider, say DCI 4K, you can submit that, but what we recommend doing is rendering it out on a 16 by 9 timeline, so those black bars on top and bottom are baked in. Just a recommendation. Next, of course, is the video codec. H.264 is very common, along with H.265. The video frame rate, we just want to make sure you didn't give us something in super slow motion for some reason. The video minimum bitrate, we want to make sure you didn't accidentally export as something tiny for a cell phone. Aspect ratio, like we spoke about, we want 16 by 9. Then there's video interlacing. For the most part, video interlacing is not much used anymore, and we definitely don't want it. Progressive scan is, for the most part, the default of what you're exporting it from your modern editor. So you shouldn't have an issue there, but if you did, it will let you know about it. The audio codecs, it'll let you know that if what you use is allowed. The audio sample rate, same thing there. Audio channel, the typical ones are allowed. If you accidentally export a couple dozen audio channels, it'll let you know that something weird is going on. And then we have audio loudness. This is the most commonly failed one because most people assume they're rendering out their audio. It sounds good, it's going right up to 0 but not peaking, and it should be good, right? Not for streaming purposes. We need a very specific maximum range, and in this case, 24 or minus 24 is what we're looking for. That is the ASTC standard, and that is what most streaming platforms want to see, with some exceptions. Now, this is very easy to get in the right range if you have DaVinci Resolve, because you just right-click on an audio clip, and it has a normalize button, and it gives you exactly those options to choose from. You want to pick the ASTC one. It says minus 24, and you'll be good to go for the most part. Weirder things have happened, but it works 99% of the time. If you're in Adobe, you'll have to look into some other options. You can guess it a couple times, but then you have to upload and re-upload and figure it out. There's definitely a lot of tools out there that you can find that'll help you get it into that correct range. And then also tied in with that is audio true peak. If you get your loudness correct, that typically follows, but it'll obviously let you know if that's out of range and you need to make any more adjustments. And then the file containers, MOV and MP4 are going to be the most typical that we see, but just in case you've got some special needs, we've got some other options for you as well. And then we have file size. We do want you to give us a high quality file, but not necessarily a bloated file. So our current cap is 30 gigabytes, and that should be plenty even if you've got a lengthy film. Now, certain platforms may need something higher quality than that, and if that's the case, we will of course reach out. And the last one we have here is video black frames, which happens to be the one where we have a warning. Now remember, warning does not mean error. It doesn't mean you can't submit. It's more of a for your information, maybe you want to go double check it. And if you toggle this down, it'll tell you exactly the frames it is talking about. And what it means by black frame ranges is that these frames contain clipped blacks in some form or another. It could be an entirely black frame, or it could be a frame that just has very, very dark blacks that have gone below the 0 range. And maybe you've accidentally exported something and clipped those blacks unintentionally. So it's for your information. You could still submit the film if everything looks good to you. And then of course, you can rerun it, you can download it, and you can preview the PDF of it for your own records. And that is it for QC. Remember, it is not judging your film's content at all. It is just all these nitty-gritty technical stuff to make sure that it looks and sounds the best it can sound. So that's it for this tutorial, and I will see you for the next one.